The hare is one of the fastest land mammals in the world. This speed is absolutely critical to its survival. Lacking any other formidable defenses at its disposal, the hare is a small and timid animal that can outrun predators with incredible bursts of speed and endurance. The hare is a very common sight, but many fall victim to ferocious predators or human hunters before they can die of natural causes. The hare is an animal that has been featured prominently in the mythology and folklore of human societies around the world. The legend of the White Hare, in which the spirit of a woman takes the form of a hare and haunts the earth at night, is a central pillar of some British folklore. These animals are also a common motif in literature and art, including Alice's adventures in Wonderland. In some traditions, it is depicted as a trickster. The hare is a nocturnal animal that spends the night awake and the day sleeping. The hare's front teeth never stop growing throughout its life. The animal must grind the teeth down by chewing on grass. Hares and rabbits are both animals that belong to the same family of Leporidae and the order of Lagomorpha, although they were once considered rodents. The main differences are the hare's larger ears, more solitary lifestyle, and the tendency to bear young above ground rather than in burrows. Because of the young lack protection, they must be ready to fend for themselves immediately after birth. Another difference is that with their longer muscle fibers, hares are better suited for long-distance running. These animals have a rather distinctive appearance characterized by their extremely long ears, long hind legs, short snout, big eyes, and stout body. They are typically adorned with white, black, gray, tan, or reddish-orange colors to blend in with the surroundings. Some species turn white during the winter months or remain white all year long as a form of camouflage in the snow. In order to change color, these hares molt in the spring. Hares are the physically largest animals in the order of lagomorphs. They are even larger than the closely related rabbits and the pikas. Measuring about 16 to 28 inches from head to tail, they are a little larger than the typical house cat. The body is complemented with 6-inch feet and 8-inch ears. The heaviest species is the Arctic hare at around 11 pounds. The male is known as a jack, while the female is called a Jill. Both are fairly similar in size and appearance, though females do tend to be a little larger, which is uncommon for a mammal. These solitary animals tend to form in small pairs or family units called a drove. The only time they will congregate among other hares is to find an appropriate mate. Unlike rabbits, they tend to live exclusively above ground. If they need to seek out safety, then they will usually hide in grasses or shrubs. Although they may not look it, hares are physically remarkable creatures with a finely developed sense of hearing, smell, and vision. Their wide angle of view allows them to detect predators coming from anywhere around them except for a small blind spot in front of their noses. They also produce pheromones from scent glands, which might play a role in mating. Some species are capable of short bursts of speed between 40 and 50 miles per hour and more consistent speeds of around 30 miles per hour. Thanks to their powerful hind limbs, they can leap 10 feet in the air. They are also excellent swimmers that can traverse rivers and large bodies of water without a problem. The hare has impressively huge ears. In relation to body size, they are perhaps the largest among all living mammals. It is believed that they have long ears for two different reasons. First, the ears allow them to hear sound from almost any direction. Second, the ears serve to dissipate body heat and keep the hare cool, especially during the warmer months of the year. This is essential for the animal's survival since these animals cannot sweat or pant to work off heat. In fact, when light shines through the ear, you can sometimes see the dense patchwork of blood vessels inside of it that will swell in the heat to lower body temperatures. These animals occur naturally throughout Europe, Asia, Africa, and North America. Because of the large number of habitats to which this genus has adapted, each species inhabits a different geographical range. The snowshoe hare is a well-known species that occurs from Alaska to the mountainous regions of California and Nevada. The African hare, as the name implies, inhabits much of Africa. The Arctic hare is one of the few species adapted for the frigid extremes of northern Canada and Greenland. The European hare, which inhabits Europe, the Middle East, and as far east as Siberia, is perhaps the most common species of hares in the world. In recent centuries, it has been introduced into Australia, New Zealand, South America, and parts of North America as hunting game. But after spreading out of control, the species is now considered a pest in many parts of the world, as it consumes crops and outcompetes local species. Wherever it's found, these animals prefer to inhabit open plains such as meadows, grasslands, deserts, tundra, and savannas. Although this sometimes exposes them to predators, their remarkable speed often allows them to get away even in relatively flat lands. If they need to hide, then hares will conceal themselves in the grass, shrubs, or hollows. Only a few species live in more forested regions. Hares are herbivorous animals that mostly consume grasses in the wild. This is supplemented with nuts, fruits, vegetables, and fungi. Composed of tough cellulose, grass is extremely difficult to digest. Because these animals lack the multi-chambered stomach of cattle, deer, and other ruminants, it is believed that they have evolved to eat their own droppings, which contain many undigested nutrients. This gives them a second chance to digest whatever nutrients remain in the food.